Don't let the enjoyment of your pond end just because the sun goes down. In this video, I'm going to show you how to install professional looking lighting. Take your pond to a whole new level. Let me show you how to turn your backyard water garden on. Whether you're doing a new install or just need help with your remote, you're in the right place. I have things timestamped in the description below to get you what you're looking for quickly. If you find this video helpful, please give it a like and feel free to subscribe for more backyard DIY. Okay, let's get to it. Hi. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to transform your pond with these awesome light kits. Now, before we get started, I'd like to send a very special thanks to JR from Pondmax who made this possible. Also, the great people at Hahn's Ponds. Okay, let's get started. Now, first of all, what I have here is the basic 3-light kit from Pondmax. These are color changing lights. They have a remote. If you want, these are add-ons. We also have an automatic light sensor. And what this does is as soon as it gets dark enough outside, the lights come on. It just adds a little bit of automation to your system if you choose to use it. This is not a requirement. You just have the lights themselves. You're fine. This is just kind of like a little added bonus so that you don't have to come out and turn your lights on and off. I believe you can set these for 4 and 6 hours. There's a photocell, and that senses the light, around your pond. And as soon as it gets dark enough, the lights come on. We also have this extension cable, and this is going to allow us to put the lights around the pond at different locations, some further than others. All right, let's see what's inside the box. So when you open this thing up, you're going to see a bunch of wires and you're going to get scared. No, I'm just kidding. It's pretty basic stuff here. Your power cord, the light, control box. Now these lights can be used around the pond on land, or you can submerge them in the water. When you put them in the water, it's a really cool effect because you can change the color on these things. These bases, these feel really heavy. They're weighted, so you don't have to worry about them tipping over on you or the wind blowing them over. A lot of the cheaper lights you find out there, the bases aren't so nice. These feel solid also. They're sealed so they can be submerged in water. You have a transformer, 3 spikes, your bases, control box, and your 3 lights. The remote control is also with your controller. You have your manual, and don't forget your warranty card. These lights come with a 2-year warranty. That means if anything goes wrong, contact Pondmax and they will back you up. That's one of the great things about Pondmax and Hahn's Ponds, is they stand behind what they sell. Well, we're just gonna take everything out of the box, set it all out on the table so we can get a good look at what we have here. And don't get intimidated again. This is real simple stuff. It just plugs together, throw it around your pond, and voila, instant nightlife. So here's your photocell. And again, we got an extension cable. All right, first off, I'm just gonna show you how all this stuff goes together, and then we're gonna go put it around the pond. The difference will be night and day. Just remember, I'm just a regular guy doing this sort of thing. So if I can do it, I know you can do it. All right, let's open one of these bad boys up. Let's see what we got here. Okay, now if you choose to put these in your pond in the water, you may have to take the water down just so you can get in there, unless it's warm enough and you want to crawl down there and just go underwater yourself and kind of put them where you want them. Those are your 2 options. These are watertight. You just want to make sure that everything's screwed together. This is show you here. I imagine they come from the factory already sealed properly, but let me show you. Okay, this has a glass lens on it, and it is already sealed, so we don't have to do anything. I thought maybe there'd be a rubber gasket in here or something, but it looks like it's all siliconed up, so you should be all set. These little things here, they loosen this up and allows you to pivot this. If you're gonna place these on the bases and not like inside the pond in your rocks, it's simply, I don't know if you can see this, but there's a cutout, and they just slide on there like this. All right, they slide right on the base like so. And then when you get them in place where you want them, you simply, you can feel it clicks. There's little
points where it'll stay. You just give it a tighten down and then it won't move. So you just put it where you want it, shine the light where you want it, and give it a twist. It's just like a train, okay? This is your motor, this is your engine. So we're gonna put that in there like that. We have 2 cables. One came with our photocell. So if you're hooking this up, we're gonna go transformer. There's 2 prongs, okay? So you know you got the right plug. Just plug it in, and it gives a watertight connection. You just put this on here and thread it. Now, if you wanted to attach this to a board, there's also holes here, or anything you wanted to attach this to. You could screw it in and mount it somewhere if you'd like, or you can just leave it in your garden. Either way, it's sealed and weatherproof. And you're gonna go from your power to your photocell. Now, if you didn't have a photocell, just skip this part, but we do, so we're gonna put this on here, because I don't want to have to think about it once the sun goes down. I just want my lights to come on. The only thing I want to think about is maybe the color I want to change it. We're going to take our power and run it to our control box. Control box has 2 prongs on one side and 4 on the other. You can't mess this up. I know it looks intimidating, there's lots of wires here. It's not that hard. Take them one step at a time. Just do what I did, go from one to the next, you'll be fine. So there's a little rubber gasket here. What you want to do is when you push these together, you push them in so that the orange rubber seal is up against the threaded part. So all these lights have 4 prongs, and if you can see it or not, I don't know, there's a little bump out, so you can't put these in the wrong way. There's a bump out in here. Again, I'll show you a close-up. All right, so you just line it up. Same style, push it together, and then screw it. We have our first light hooked up to our control box. So you just have your transformer, photocell if you want. If not, this would just directly plug into your transformer, your control box, and your first light. Now these 2 lights look like they have shorter cords. Again, this will allow you to put your first light further away from your control box, and then the other 2 will daisy chain from there. So to hook up the rest of the lights, this has the 4 prongs. Same thing, there's a little bump out there so you can't put it in the wrong spot. You simply push it in and give it a little twist, and you're ready to go. If you only want to hook up 1 light, they all have a cap. Maybe you only want 2 lights out of the 3 for some reason. I don't know what your deal is. But if that's the case, just make sure you put this little cap on there, and now it's waterproof, okay? And you saw how fast I did that? You can transform your pond in about 10 minutes. So if you want to extend the enjoyment of your pond, bring it into the nightlife, this is the way to do it. It really is that simple. So what we're going to do now, I've shown you how it all goes together. We're going to go over to the pond, set this light system up. You're going to see how easy it is to transform your pond with the Pondmax light kit.
Another great thing about the system is that if you already have some of these lights, even if you have the smaller kit with the smaller light like the one right there, you can still link them together as long as your transformer has enough power to power them all. All right, let's take a closer look at the photocell. There's a button on the back which allows you to cycle through the different settings. Press once for 4 hours, the green light comes on. Press it again and the blue light comes on for 6 hours. Press it again and both lights are off, which means it'll be on from dusk till dawn. These lights are so easy to move around. We place some lights in the water and outside the water. We tried a few different configurations until we found the one that we liked. When you go to install these lights, play around with them a little bit. Once you're happy, you can go ahead and bury all your wires. Okay, let's go over this remote. Not only are there multiple color settings, you can also change the brightness. This controller also comes with 6 preset programs: Auto, Jump 3, Fade 3, Flash, Jump 7, and Fade 7. One more cool thing about this remote is that it's an RF remote, which means radio frequency. Unlike the remote that you use for your television in your home, which is an IR remote, which is infrared, requiring line of sight, an RF remote does not, which allows you to hide your control box just about anywhere. As long as you're within 30 feet of the control box, the remote will work. If for some reason your remote stops working, you may need to change the battery. This can be done very easily. Push the tab in and pull out the tray that holds the battery.
Replace the battery. Be sure that the positive and negative are oriented in the right way. Slide the tray back until you hear a click. That's all there is to it. If after you change the battery your remote is still not working, it may be necessary to repair it with your control box. Simply unplug the lighting system, then hold down the power button, and plug the system back in. At this time, you should see your lights flash. If that happens, test your remote to see if you can change the color of the lights. If it works, you're all set. If it doesn't work, repeat the process.
After watching this video, I'm confident you'll be able to get professional results for yourself. Want to get your hands on a set of these lights? Give Hahn's Ponds a call or stop in. The number's in the description below. There's also a link to Pondmax to find a dealer near you. As always, thanks for watching. If you found this useful, please be sure to give it a thumbs up, like and subscribe for more DIY videos. And until next time, enjoy your backyard water.